And you know, as a matter of fact, I'll tell you a really wild story about how I got my first real job in an art studio, as against the photo offset plant and the errands for the label designer and all of that. Is, of course, I have, this is peculiar to me. Maybe it's just a sort of a way in which I look at things and do things even today. I decided that there was somebody in New York needed a designer like me. I mean, I didn't see myself as God's gift to anybody, but I said somebody needs somebody like me who can do what I do, whatever it was I could do. And I therefore sat down, I went through the phone book and re-charted everybody by location. I looked up all the design studios, the advertising agencies, any office that would do anything in the field. And I started on 42nd Street on the east side, on the East River. And 42nd Street had a lot of people. And I worked my way from the East River to the Hudson, both bouncing back and forth on both sides of the street. And I sometimes spent days in one building because there was, some of the buildings were huge and it had so many people. And I worked my way down. I went around, went up 43rd, back to the East River, down 44th. 45th, 46th, on 47th Street, between 6th and 7th, on the north side, on the uptown side of the street, I found a job. I mean, really, that's exactly what I did. It took me 3 months, you know. I used to go downtown every day, and I'd go in there, and I'd make copious notes. Because, you know, another thing I did is I changed my age, I changed my experience, I did everything but change my name, you know. And every time, it seemed to me like this is a place, if I were a couple of years older, it would work better. So I said I was older, you know. So I went into another place, what did I expect? In one place I wanted so much, in another place I wanted anything, in another place, you know, whatever struck my face. But I had to keep track of this in case somebody called me back. So I made very careful notes about everything. And one day, I got a call from this little design studio run by two partners who called, and in the morning in those days, I used to go down for the rolls. You see? I went down, I came back, my mother said, gee, I don't know, somebody called, they wanted to talk. I said, who? My mother was European, and she couldn't understand English too well, and couldn't transmit the message. But, you know, there was a desperate conversation between my mother and myself, in which I finally figured out who it might be. I called her back, sure enough, I went down, I got a job for $20 a week. $20 a week. That was terrific. And I